What a snack.
Oh, boy. That's what so many people say that about me when they meet me.
Oh, yeah. Well, I say that to your face, when I'm just talking to you. I just get lost in those eyes.
Derek from Wildwood wants to know, how was the Monsters Night of Comedy on Thursday?
Derek, you're reading my mind, man. It's actually the next thing I was going to talk about. Welcome back to the Home Loans Radio Show, where we talk about mortgages and such. But yeah, we're going to talk about that for a second. Go ahead, MJ.
Oh, no.
You looked like you wanted to say something. No, Thursday night was the Monsters Night of Comedy at the Improv. What a great time. I was there with MJ and Fritz and hundreds of other, 200 or 300, about 354 people.
A lot of people there.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big venue.
It was there. I was masked up listening to comedy. It was a lot of fun. Did you have fun there, Fritz?
Yeah, of course.
Everybody was really good.
Everybody
was really, really good.
I went with my buddy Troy, and I told him beforehand, I was like, I don't know. I think some of the people will be funny, but I don't know about all of them. And everybody was really hilarious.
Funny. Yeah,
it was funny. Who was your favorite one, MJ?
Me, I guess Ryan for sure, because he had the longest time, and he he was really in. But I always enjoy Savannah, just as a rule.
Yeah, she was there as her alter ego. What about you, Fritz? What did you think?
I think the most surprising one was Jeff Kaufman, because it was really like he had a really good angle, and he was telling one story. Parts of it were kind of like okay, but the whole Maria bit, but Savannah's really funny. Ryan was great. Russ Rollins was really, really funny because he forgot to take the inner seal off of his mustard, and he had a whole routine where he's trying to put mustard on a hot dog, and he goes, "Oh, damn it, I forgot to do that," and then just puts it back.
Yeah, that was funny. Jana Banana was really funny too.
Yeah,
she did a few minutes, her first time ever doing it. Angelique was way funnier than I thought she was going to be. She's talking about her about her family and her husband and her kids. It was fun. We had a good time. I had a good time, and thanks to all the people. I had so many people come up and that I've done mortgages for, that are fans that were there. A lot of people say really nice things to me, and it was nice to meet you all in person. Having only met you over the phone before, but that was great. I really had a blast, like a super, super good time. So that was a lot of fun. Glad we were there. Glad I sponsored it, and hey, we'll do it again next year.
That's right.
Yeah, I even had someone come up and say, "Hey, you're Fritz." I said, "Yeah," and then they walked away, kind of disappointed.
Just wanted to make sure so I could avoid any further contact. I thought you were going to say, "Are you Fritz?" Yep, you've been served.
You've got a lot of nerve showing your face around here.
Welcome back. You're listening to Home Loans Radio. We're here every single weekend live. We're doing what we do. We answer questions about mortgages, home loans, buying homes, selling homes. You can text them in to 77031, or just text us and tell us what the heck's going on. Beautiful September morning, second weekend in September.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Big anniversary this weekend of the 20th anniversary of the September 11th. A lot of things going on in New York, a lot of commemorations and that kind of stuff. But 20 years. Can you believe it's been 20 years?
Yeah, it seems it's crazy.
Yeah. But not to bring things down. Right. On a lighter note, I was reading about some stuff last night, and I found out that prior to that September 11th, there was another big anniversary that had been on September 11th. Mm-hmm. Do you know what it is, MJ?
I do not.
Fritz, you have any ideas?
When was the date? Sorry.
September 11th, 1977.
1977. That would be the 2-year anniversary of Jaws coming out, my man.
No, that's not it. No, on September 11th, 1977 is when the Atari 2600 came out. Do you remember that?
Oh God, yeah, Crickets. A long time ago.
Wow.
That's the like the first really good video game system.
Pong?
Well, no, I had Pong.
Pong was on that, right? Atari?
No, Pong was before that. Pong predated it. That's the one my family could afford. We couldn't afford the 2600. The 2600 was the one with Asteroids and Mario Brothers and Pac-Man, and
I mean, Pong was tough. You got to that little short paddle. I mean,
I was so excited about
the adrenaline, the excitement, the swell of excitement in the room is really
for those people out there that aren't 100. Tell them what the first Pong was like, MJ.
Oh, Google it.
I'll describe it. It was and it came in a beautiful box. It had controllers that connected to the TV. They weren't wireless, they were wired, and they just had all they had on it was one knob, kind of like a rheostat that you have for a light that you can turn up and down. An adjustable. What do they call it? A dimmer.
Okay.
It had one knob, like a dimmer switch on it.
A dimmy. I like it.
And then it had a big, massive control panel, and it had their choices were 1 player or 2 player. Easy difficulty or hard difficulty,
and you could turn it on or turn it off.
That was it. Yeah,
that's right.
I was over the moon. I got that for Christmas. And then when you switch it from easy difficulty to hard difficulty, what happened was the little paddles. It's just like a
little stick. It was just a little stick.
Yeah, it was a little stick and a dot that went across the screen, and you bounced it back and forth against your opponent, or you could play by yourself. You could bounce it against the wall. But the hard difficulty was that it just made the paddle smaller.
Right. So, when you got to really hard, the paddle was about a little bit bigger than the ball, but not much. And
it also sped up the velocity of the ball, did it not?
You are correct.
It could be.
You are correct. That ball was just firing off at the end. I mean, if you could do that, you were a master.
See, our family had an Atari, but I was born in 85, so it never worked. It was already broken. And we had the Intellivision, which is like I guess a lesser known one, but even that still didn't work half the time.
Maybe your parents just bought a broken one and told you it was your fault that it wasn't working.
Maybe my dad just invented Intellivision, and that's why no one has ever heard of it. We only had one because he made it, and I'll tell you what, it worked sometimes.
Very nice.
Sometimes it was fun.
Sometimes it worked all the time.
So that was September 11th, 1977 is when Atari came out, and that kind of changed. That was the thing that really changed video games, to where compared to where they are now. That was really the first big
from 2 sticks and a dot to
other
stuff.
To other stuff moving around. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
That's a cult classic. People look for them. You still see them for sale in garage sales and stuff. People look for them that work.
Sure. So a lot of people are checking in, and we also have some questions. What do you want?
Let's do some check-ins. People saying hi. You can text in 77031, ask mortgage questions, real estate questions, or you can just tell us what you're doing.
Yeah. Good morning, Team Mortgage. Bree is listening. Great show as always.
The Bree.
Dozer Dev checking in. Thanks for the HD gift card. That was Home Depot because Dozer Dev gave me a riddle that I was using on the air. So if you got a riddle, and by the way, we've used a lot, so you got to reach deep because it's probably,
Yeah.
Go through the first 100 you read because we've done those.
Don't go to Google and search riddles because MJ's been doing that for 2.5 years.
It's pretty hard. It's if you have a good juice riddle, I'm always up for that. But
little baby kidney juice. Fritz's rap name.
Hey, this is Steve. I'm on my way to Repticon. What is Repticon in Lakeland this weekend? Hope you guys have a great one.
Probably a reptile con.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But are they real reptiles or are they imaginary reptiles?
No, I think you go there. You line up for a snake bite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Tell us what it is. Tell us.
You get your short cup of orange juice. You get a snake bite, and then they whomp you in the head and tell you to go home.
Throw you in an Uber and off you go.
Justin says, I'm on iHeart, so a few minutes behind. Loving the show this morning, as is the rather rotund cat in my lap. Aww. I don't know. Are you sure that cat likes the show? Getting mentally ready for a trip to Chicago and Riot Fest next week. Woo.
Nice.
Beautiful morning. Glad you guys are on the air. Please keep it up.
Sounds fun. Salutations to you and your large cat.
I wonder if Riot Fest is in Grant Park in Chicago.
Mi gato es muy grande y amarillo. That's the extent of my college Spanish.
And don't forget, Justin, you have another chance to kick that cat.
It's in Douglas Park.
Douglas Park. Okay.
People aren't going to know what you're talking about, MJ. They think you're advocating for kicking animals.
I'm not. It's metaphorical.
Yes.
Also, someone is repairing bicycles into land, and they listen every Saturday.
Thank you for your service.
All right. Well, intelligent, and here's someone checking in saying Intellivision was awesome, better than Atari.
Thank you.
Little shade there on Atari.
Let's start the 1970s Game Wars.
I'm looking. It says
finally.
It says IGN ranked the Intellivision number 14 of the greatest video game consoles of all time. So I guess more than 3 people had it.
Have there even been 14 different consoles?
There's been 15.
Under that is like yo-yo.
Yeah. That's anyway, go
Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah, that's what mine was. My parents gave me an Etch-a-Sketch and told me it was a video game. Get busy.
I'm about to close on a second home mortgage. I would like to place this property in my LLC. Is it a risk to do on a sales clause with my lender?
Well, you can't close the actual mortgage in the name of the LLC, and not if you're doing like a conventional Fannie Mae or one of those type of government residential loans. You might be able to do some sort of wraparound loan or a non-conventional type loan with a bank. But as far as the ones that are government loans, you got to close it in your personal name. So you are responsible for the collateral of the mortgage, paying that back, not your company. You personally have to guarantee it. Then you can after the fact, you can title it in the name of an LLC, but the mortgage itself has to be, for this type of loan, has to be in your personal name.
So when you title it in the name of your LLC, it's still yours, like for tax purposes, it's still in your name, or can you change that to the LLC as well?
Well, you mean for like property taxes?
Yeah.
Well, if the property's in an LLC, then the tax bill goes to the LLC. Now, if anybody looks up the corporation and you're the person who's the only owner of the corporation, you thereby have liability for it. Yeah, you have to pay it. And if you don't pay your property taxes, whether it's owned by the corporation or what, the county can still come and take your property.
I guess I was asking if the property taxes would change how it's listed in the records.
I don't know. That's a good, excellent question. Like you're asking, like, can you still homestead it? In this case, he's talking about a second home, so it wouldn't matter. But
right.
I don't know if you had a primary in name of a corporation, if you could still file for homestead. I would think probably not. But I'm just guessing. We'd have to talk to the county and see.
All right, here's someone who's playing tennis in Winter Park. Great show as usual. How are you listening to this show while you're playing tennis? That's interesting.
Maybe they have like a boombox.
Right?
They got new television. They got a boombox.
And we're talking about Pong. It must just feel just right at home.
I think somebody's robbed your closet, Fritz.
They got
their boombox.
Hey, it hasn't been the first time.
Maybe they have headphones. I don't know how you hear the radio over all that huffing and puffing that I would be doing if I was playing tennis.
Can you deduct property taxes from your federal taxes? Kevin asks.
Well, you have to talk to your accountant. I'm not a income IRS tax expert. There may be ways to do some of that. But yeah, you're gonna have to talk to your tax person because that's getting a little into the weeds. You can usually deduct the mortgage interest, but they've changed the tax codes and capped that. And best advice I can give is talk to your tax person. That's not really my area of expertise as far as writing stuff off. Justin
suggests that imaginary Repticon is just eating acid.
Okay.
So,
all right.
I imagine you would see some imaginary reptiles.
So is on my way to Repticon like a euphemism when people tell us they're enjoying the devil's lettuce?
They got about 30 minutes to go.
I'm on my way to Repticon.
Yep. He's just sitting on his sofa going, all right.
Or maybe I'm going to medieval times. I don't know. Where I'll land.
Hold on tight. I got my cat, my comfort cat. That's a different person, but still.
Different person.
Yeah, get your comfort cat in your lap and go to Repticon.
I had a Chapter 13 discharge in January of this year. How long must I wait before I can refinance my condo?
So, actually, we're off book here. We're running behind. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll come back and answer that in just a minute.
Hey, this is Ryan from the Monsters, and now back to That Mortgage Guy Don on Real Radio.
Yeah, that's right. Home Loans Radio on Real Radio. Fritz with you, That Mortgage Guy Don, and MJ. And now I'm looking at TurboGrafx 16, number 13 on the all-time best video game consoles, That Mortgage Guy Don. Just like that.
All right. Thank you for that, Fritz. Welcome back to the show. We're here. We got MJ here, Fritz and I doing what we do. What do we do, MJ?
Oh, we talk about mortgages.
That's right. I'm here. I'm a mortgage expert. I'm here. You're so lucky. You've got a question. You can text it in to 77031. It is a live show. We're September 11th weekend going on now, and text in your questions. Tell us what you're doing, and I will answer them live on air. We had one right before the break we were doing that we had to come back to. Tell me what it was.
Yes, I had a Chapter 13 bankruptcy discharged in January of this year. How long must I wait before I can refinance my condo?
So Chapter 13 bankruptcy, there's two main types of bankruptcies that individuals do, which is the Chapter 7 or the Chapter 13. The Chapter 7 is one where you're in a pretty serious situation. Everything gets wiped out. All your debts, get wiped out. Possibly even if you have a mortgage, possibly even that, you can include a property in it. And you don't have to pay that back or make any payments on it. Chapter 13 is the one where you're not in quite as much trouble. Like they figure if they can help you get back on your feet by cutting down some of your payments, reducing some things. So for usually a period of 3 years or 5 years, you'll pay a flat